One of the surprises early, perhaps, so far at the Open Championship is the play of Bryson DeChambeau. He's 3 under on the day. Of course, recently joined the Live Golf Series to the surprise of no one. Bridgestone parting ways with him. And just to give you a reminder of what was expected of him coming into this tournament, he actually had longer odds than Tiger Woods to win the 150th Open Championship. He came in at 65 to 1. Tiger at 60 to 1. Here's a look at his card. Again, a 3 under on the day. Did have bogeys on 2 and 16. But other than that, taking care of the par 5 fifth. And then birdies there at 6, 7, 12, and 18. And finish up with a 69, the former major champion. All right, we get our double dose of the First Cut podcast. Mark Immelman joining us here. So let's first start with Bryson DeChambeau. Mark, what did you make of his day, a 69 so far?
I thought Bryson's day, Tommy, was sort of academic. It was scholarly, and it showed some respect for the old course because, you know, the word on the street was, with this course as firm and as fast as what it is, and the fact that it hasn't progressed much through its legendary history, that these power guys like Bryson were going to shoot the grass off the place. Just had drivers everywhere and attack everything. But some of the hole locations were deftly set out there, and Bryson was respectful at times. And I thought a very well-crafted round for someone who honestly doesn't have a whole lot of competition under the belt. So a good start, and I'm sure he will be quite happy despite those 2 bogeys.
What were some other notable takeaways and observations that you were able to witness today?
Well, honestly, my takeaways was just how the golf course was set up. The forecast early in the wind was for some pretty brisk westerly, flipping to southwesterly winds. And this golf course travels out and then turns a loop and comes back in. And going out, it would have been off the left and coming in off the right. But the winds were moderate at best. It was sort of breezy and cool. But the golf course honestly stood up to things. And I feel like it's because the fairways are just so firm and the ball's rolling out so far. I mean, we're seeing balls roll some 40, 50 yards at times. And when that happens, all these humps and hollows, all the pot bunkers and such, they get to playing wider. And then the R&A, they meant business with some of these hole locations, because with all these double greens and with the huge expanses of putting surfaces and so much movement, they've set some doozies out there. So right now, the golf course is being had because of the lack of wind, but it's freshening right now, and I feel like it's a pretty fair test.
Yeah, we've already seen some instances like Victor Hovland, who found his ball in the bunker, having to try to maneuver his body, contort his way to try to find a decent shot there. Naturally, this time at the leaderboard, there's going to be some guys like amateurs like Berkeley Brown, who's up there. And then there's like living legends like Ernie Els, who's playing well. What can we say about Ernie's day up to this point, Mark?
Well, what can we say is, ain't golf grand? I mean, we're on the grandest stage in golf for the old course at St. Andrews, the 150th Open. And it's one of the beauties of links golf and the golf course setup, because, you know, these things have been crafted by Mother Nature and not bulldozers and such. And so as the golf course is as you play it. And if the winds are down, you can attack. And the beauty about the Open Championship is you'll see legends and you'll see amateurs and everyone play their way up and down this leaderboard. But what I love about the Open, especially with Ernie going well, 5 under through 12 when I last checked, was guys like Norman have contended for a long time. Tom Watson nearly won at north of 50 at Turnberry, was held off by Stuart Sink in a playoff. So who knows what is in store for the Big Easy, but right now it's a glorious start at just a tremendous event.
Yeah, it's a leaderboard right now crowded with a couple Camerons, Young and Smith. We talked about Ernie Els, Rory McIlroy off to a good start as well. Of course, we have to talk about Tiger Woods, potentially his last go-around at St. Andrews, although we don't know for sure. Mark, what are your expectations for Tiger specifically today?
Truth be told, I have high expectations for Tiger because of the course, because of the way it's playing, and because of the fact that he's one of the great strategists of all time, aside from Jack Nicklaus. And Tiger has all that power, had all that power. He's still long enough. But the tactical guile of this great champion is just charts and streets ahead of all of the competition. So I feel like he looks like he's in good order. He knows this golf course so well. Right now, it's time for Tiger to show off what he has. The only concern for me is the fact that he doesn't have a lot of pressure play underneath the belt, because playing when the gun goes off Thursday through Sunday is different to playing at home is different even to playing in practice rounds. So the outlook for me is high. I expect him to put together some good stuff. It's just I'm keen to see how he gets past the nerves and knocks off some of that rust early this round and starts to build his way into the event.
It's been interesting. Of course, he made the cut at Augusta National at the Masters, made the cut at the PGA, but then had to withdraw, strategically removing himself from the U.S. Open to prepare for this tournament. And then Max Homa, who he's with, along with Matt Fitzpatrick, of course, in that particular group, put out to social media, said, I'm playing with Tiger Woods at the 150th Open Championship in St. Andrews. Hey, golf gods, we're even. Can't believe this is real. And you know, it's corny, but who cares? I'm playing with the freaking GOAT. What do you think about that, Mark?
It's the truth. You know what? I was there in 2005 when Jack retired, played his final Open Championship in competition, birdied the last. And Tiger was right in there behind him, and we were just greenside, having worked in the morning. And to see Tiger at full flight at the old course was the stuff of which dreams were made. And then I can only imagine what playing alongside him must be like, especially in this tournament, because it's the 150th, and there's been a lot made about the 150th Open, but the history abounds, and the Swilken Bridge and all these places that you know and love so well. And for Max Homa, who's playing well, I think it's going to be a nice offset to just get into his event, because he should consider himself a contender, and he can just fly in Tiger's slipstream for a little while, sort of be the wingman, and then hopefully accelerate over the weekend.
I know social media wasn't as big as it is in the aughts, but again, Max Homa also probably happy he's getting this version of Tiger and not the ones that, of course, dominated the 2000s. Mark, certainly appreciate it. We'll be checking with you throughout the day as well as the 150th Open Championship underway at the Old Course in St. Andrews. Kyle Porter at St. Andrews. Mark Immelman been joining us throughout the day and throughout the week. The guys at the First Cut Podcast, Rick Gaiman, Greg Ducharme, throw in Jonathan Coachman as well. Everywhere you need and everything you need in golf, they've got you covered.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.